Okay, so this is our first playable, and our game is going to be a survival horror game based around a post-apocalyptic world where aliens have taken over and are posing as shapeshifters and are trying to trick the humans and pretty much just like murder everyone. So we are in a bunker. This is the blue room. It's kit bashed a little bit to look more like a bunker, but nothing too crazy. I mean, there's more to come, obviously. Um, and our goal is to collect as many survivors as possible and create a functioning bunker where everyone can survive and not die, which is kind of what you want. So if we leave the bunker and we go out into the main world, you can see our map a little bit. Um, we're going to be looking for NPCs, and we're going to try to discern if they're shapeshifters or not, depending on their dialogue. So, for instance, if we go this way and we're looking for people in these houses, would you look at that? There's a guy in here. Um, so this stuff up here wouldn't be visible in the real game, but for simplicity's sake, we have it shown here. So this tells you if they're a shapeshifter or not. This is their trust meter. And so you have their name, and they're going to be, this is their introduction dialogue. They're going to like talk to you for a little bit. And then you get to ask them one of three questions. And depending on their trust up here, they're going to give you different responses. Say, for instance, right now he's got neutral trust, so he'll respond to however you say in like a neutral tone. He might not tell you everything that you want to know. Um, and as soon as you ask him a question, you have the chance to either invite them to your bunker or draw your weapon and essentially just, eliminate them if you think that they're an alien. And to continue this, after your question, they'll ask you a question, right? And you have the choice to either tell the truth, say nothing, or to lie. If I were to lie to them, their trust goes down a pretty substantial amount. And then they'll respond to your response, and have like a more dynamic dialogue there. But for now, we just have it set as this. And then the cycle continues. You can ask them another question, but now that they have low trust, they're going to respond to you with lower trust. And then they'll ask you a question and say, this time I choose to tell the truth. And their trust goes up a little bit, you see. And this will continue for a while, like say, a few more cycles here. And now their trust, oh, hold on. Okay. Now that they have a higher trust, because we told them the truth for a while, they're going to start telling you more, right? They're going to tell you higher, like the things that you want to know. And say, I believe them. I think that this person is a human based on what they told me. I'm going to invite them to my bunker. And now, if I return to my bunker, there's a shortcut key there. You can see them here. And now they're going to be, a productive member of your bunker. They're going to be making food, purifying water, all that, maybe going out and scavenging for materials. And that's all good and fun, all the things that you would want from a human that is not a shapeshifter trying to kill you. And so let's go back out, and we're going to look for more people this time. And say I come up across this guy here. These guys are actually randomly generated, so I'm not exactly sure if this guy will be a shapeshifter or not, but let's hope he is. You see this guy here, different name, different NPC. This one right here is a shapeshifter. So if, say, I interact with them and, I interact with them for a little while, and they actually do deceive the player, and you think that they're a shapeshifter, you invite them to your bunker. When you go back, you will see that, I'll just go back this way. The shapeshifter unfortunately has killed our NPC and now is here, and will initiate a combat encounter. For simplicity, just so that you don't die right away, I made it so that this guy can't move. But if you want to see a combat encounter, our combat system at least, we will go up over this way, where we can see an active enemy. Our inspiration for our combat system is a little bit like Doom style, sort of, but kind of not really. Basically, you're going to have two weapons. You have a crowbar and a shotgun. You switch between them by pressing 1 and 2. The crowbar is going to have a little bit shorter range and a little bit less damage, but you can use it forever. And the shotgun, on the other hand, you have to find shells to be able to use it, which you would find by scavenging and whatnot. And this guy here, he wants to kill me. If I run into him, it'll be game over and I lose. But say I'm prepared. I have my crowbar out. I hit control once I get in range, and I'll lock on, you see? And I'll swing at him and see his health goes down a little bit. There's a bit of a cooldown there, so you don't just spam click, but generally if I'm within a pretty short range for the crowbar, I will be able to, damage him there. Versus if I have my shotgun, I have a much longer range here, and see, I do a whole lot more damage. And boom, just like that. Shapeshifter down, you see? And then besides that, we have this map is a little bit empty, of course. There's going to be a lot more landmarks and whatnot, but we're planning on adding a resource collection system so that the player will be able to have like health, hunger, thirst, and all that, and there's an actual reason for going out and exploring. And on top of that, like hunger, health, and things like that for the NPCs in the bunker too. So that as you collect more, you're going to need more resources and whatnot, and that like goes up in a scale, so that you're going to have to keep getting new NPCs and hopefully not getting any shapeshifters. And then beyond that, we're going to be adding like a day-night cycle so that you can't stay out all day. You only have a limited amount of time before you have to get back. That also adds a bit of a time crunch into when you're interacting with these NPCs, so that you have to decide quickly if you think that they're a shapeshifter or not. But yeah, that's the basic premise of this game. Thank you for watching our first playable. Yeah, and that's about it.